I'm always pleased to meet people who want to take up caravanning, but I do warn them from the outset that the enthusiasts they talk to will often use words that are mysterious and you don't know. The jargon. And that's why we've got Jargon Buster here. And we'll go through a few things like, for instance, what's a dropout hole? Well, that's the cover on a dropout hole. The point is the gas that we use in caravans is denser than air. Some people say heavier, but it's denser. And if it leaks, it goes out and you don't want it to collect on the floor. So it's got holes it can drop out for safety. Now, another word that confuses people, they often say, John, what's an inverter? Well, I've got one here. They're complicated things, they're not cheap, but they do sound magic. This inverter on one end is connected to a 12-volt leisure battery. What does it do with the power that comes from the battery? 12 volts DC. It converts it to 230 volts AC, which of course is mains current. And you can plug in something into that socket, a mains appliance, and draw power from the battery. Doesn't that sound good? Oh yes, but it does actually flatten the battery rather quickly. That's an inverter. We'll talk water now, and I've often said that when you compare caravans, you'll see that the plumbing is sometimes with a flexible hose. It's held on with clips, hose clips, and to be perfectly honest, it's not the best form of plumbing. These do start to leak, this starts to kink, but it's used and it will go for many years. Personally, I prefer this type of plumbing where you have what's called a semi-rigid pipe. You can get it bent to a point, you can even support it so it doesn't kink, but wait, this is the good bit. These fitments are so easy to fit you don't need a screwdriver. You insert this, you press it, and if you try and pull it apart, it's extremely rigid. But if you press a small piece here, you can disconnect it, as sometimes you have to. Push fit plumbing with semi-rigid pipe. What a lot of jargon, isn't there? And something else that's changed over the years is the type of lighting that's fixed into caravans. The strip lights, the tube lights have gone out of fashion a little bit. And in the last few years, halogen lights came and provided tremendous light with a nice brightness. But you mustn't touch the glass of the bulb because the fingers do leave some kind of residue that leads to their early demise. And boy, oh boy, do they get hot. I even know some fires that you can buy, some heaters that are halogen lit, and the heat that comes off is enormous. And that's why that has gone out of fashion. LED lights are the flavour of the year and probably the decade. And you can see all the little bulb-like things, which are not bulbs in point of fact. They're diodes. And the great things are, they stay cold. And I'm told that you can use about 8 of these, taking the same amount of electricity as one halogen. Now that's efficient, and I find that really impressive. So the jargon is there. Let's sum it up. We've gone through dropout holes. We've explained what an inverter is. Hose and clip plumbing, on older caravans usually. Push fit plumbing. We've talked about halogen lights, and we've talked about LED lights. We've explained the jargon, but if you want to know more, it's all on www.caravanchannel.co.uk, where there are videos from previous programmes. Go to the ones under Caravan Basics, and you will find out even more.